Welcome to HDTV. You're now rocking with your boy. The Federal Reserve is accelerating key interest rate hikes in light of record high inflation. On Wednesday, the central bank announced a rate increase of 0.75%, a sign it is acting more aggressively to fight rising consumer prices. It's the first time since 1994 that the Fed has raised the rate that much. The three-quarter point hike brings the federal funds rate to between 1.5% and 1.75%. The federal funds rate dictates what it costs for banks to borrow money from each other, and generally higher interest rates means it's more expensive for consumers to get a mortgage, obtain a loan to buy a vehicle, and to carry a balance on a credit card. The expected effect of these changes is that consumers will spend less in the heightened demands for goods. One of the drivers of inflation will slow down. The Consumer Price Index, a key measure of inflation, came in at 8.6% last week on a year-on-year basis, hotter than expected. That triggered volatility in the stock market early this week. Notably, food price increases are hitting 40-year highs, while gas prices are also at a record high. On Monday, the S&P 500 officially entered bear market territory. The Federal Reserve has raised its benchmark interest rate several times in 2022 in an effort to fight inflation. Market watchers say the Federal Reserve is trying to thread the needle of cooling off inflation while not tanking the broader economy. Chairman Jerome Powell and his colleagues are walking a monetary policy tightrope, hoping to avoid a recession while dampening demand, said Mark Hamrick, senior economic analyst at Bankrate, in a note. Get a head start on the morning top story. So far, he said, the Fed's actions have caused stocks to fall and made borrowing much more expensive, especially in the housing market where mortgage rates are now the highest in over a decade. Hamrick has some advice on how to handle the current monetary environment, pay down debt, and look to higher yielding saving accounts. In this rising interest rate environment, borrowers are advised to focus on paying down debt, prioritizing variable rate interest such as with credit cards, he said. A more promising environment is developing with respect to savings, particularly with higher yielding online accounts. As for stock investors, Hamrick says to stay the course. Those with long-term investment horizons, such as involving retirement accounts, should be rewarded when the stock market inevitably eventually enters a more constructive environment, he said. And that just goes to show you is that the market has just gone up exponentially. And it's like it's not even going to come down. So the best thing to do now is invest, also save money. I'm not an expert at this. I just go by from being around people who are business minded, who have been in these type of situations. But all of this started when we put Mr. Sleepy Joe in office, where everybody was saying he was the alternative, but they were going to go high on inflation whether we had Trump or him in office. It didn't matter. They were going to do this to the country as much as they wanted to. America has been nothing but hurting people, keeping people in debt, making sure people don't have enough to help themselves. It's sad. Gas is high, food is as high as gas. Like, it's crazy. Gas is like milk is high as gas. The foods have to charge more because they have to travel from a certain place. And with this war with Ukraine and Russia, us having to get a lot of our oil and fuel from Russia, it really dampens us. It hurts us. It hurts us badly. You know, So, you know. So, let's see. Okay. At a rally with former President Trump on Saturday, Republican Representative Mary Miller of Illinois applauded the Supreme Court decision overturning Roe v. Wade, saying it was a historic victory for white life in the Supreme Court. Her campaign immediately responding, saying it was an error and she meant to say a historic victory for right to life by the Supreme Court. Mary stumbles while saying right to life, and the fake news vultures are out. Her spokesperson, Isaiah Wortman, said in a statement to CBS News, Wortman said Miller has the most pro-life voting record in Congress and that she is the proud grandmother of two beautiful grandchildren who have Down syndrome. Miller represents Illinois' 15th district, and due to redistricting, she is locked in a primary battle against another incumbent Republican, Representative Rodney Davis, who represents the 13th district. The primary election is on Tuesday. Trump called Miller a warrior for our movement and our values during Saturday's rally. In a statement, Davis called her comments just another part in the disturbing pattern of behavior she's displayed since coming to Congress, and said it was similar to a Biden basement strategy of not answering questions. Davis cited some previous controversies involving Miller, including when she praised Adolf Hitler at a January 2021 rally and said she is not fit for public office. Miller called Davis, an Illinois co-chair of Trump's 2020 campaign, a rhino or Republican in name only. According to CBS Peoria affiliate WNBD, Davis is one of 35 House Republicans who voted to create a committee to investigate the January 6th attack on the U.S. Capitol. The committee is holding public hearings to show what they've learned so far about Trump's refusal to accept the 2020 election results and the pressure campaign on lawmakers to overturn the results in the lead up to the attack. During Saturday's rally, Miller said Davis betrayed us by voting for the committee's creation. Trump called the hearings a ridiculous fake trial. Trump praised the court for overturning Roe and New York centuries-old gun law, leading the crowd to chant, "Thank you, Trump." He also gave his full endorsement to Republican gubernatorial candidate Darren Bailey, who faces 5 challengers in Tuesday's primary. So, Miller saying what she said, and this was the problem with Donald Trump. They both are into a lot of tension. The problem with Trump was he accepted money from rednecks, racists, or anybody, and he basically didn't look at the temperature of society, where, he, unbeknownst to him, he was causing even more division by helping and supporting racial groups that have not only killed black people but have hung them, lynched them, and all type of things, sodomized them, and everything in every way. And this is the problem that we had with Donald Trump. But Miss Mary is no different, for her saying, oh, well, this is a historical event for white. There has never been anything greater historic about you damn pink folk, you damn swine. I call y'all swines. You guys are the same pigmentation of a pig. You guys walk around with a superiority complex, thinking that's cool to say. But yet, let us say this is a historical win for black folks. We're going to be getting hated on. Why does it have to be about race? But see, they're allowed to do whatever the hell they want to do, right? And before anybody say, well, Trump did all this for us, Trump didn't do shit for us. So what? He did something for black colleges. Did he give us our reparations? Huh? Did Biden give us our reparations? Hell, did President Clinton, did Obama, did any of these punk ass presidents give us anything? No. He did something for the black colleges. No, he didn't do shit. He funded them money, but what does that have to do with taking away debt? I have yet to see anybody taking away debt from blacks who are getting charged at a higher interest rate than the damn swine folk, I call them. So before you hop on Donald Trump's stick or sack, ask yourself this question. Is it really about Democrat or Republican, or is it about Negroes running behind a different master? When is it going to be time for Negroes to step up and run our own shit? Disassociating ourselves from the government. Pushing away from the political parties who don't do shit for us but watch us fight and kill one another. When are we going to wake up and smell the Folgers or smell the coffee in this instance? I'm not surprised Mary said that. At least Mary kept it real, saying how she felt. But we know she's got backlash and somebody had to come save her ass like always, just like they saved Trump, just like they come out and save Biden. It doesn't matter what political party they're with. Both political parties ain't shit. In my opinion, until a president come out saying they're going to give us our reparations or they're going to help get rid of our debt, so we can be on the same playing field as the swine folk, I put all of their ass in a barrel and roll them down the hill. I don't need no Jack and Jill. Remember that. Thank you for listening. Like, comment, subscribe, share this. Hit that notification bell to select all to receive upcoming notifications. And if you guys love what you hear, please donate to the page by going to the description box and hitting the link to my Cash App. There you could donate whatever your heart's desire. Whenever we have a live or premiere video, you guys can super chat. And if you guys want to leave a super thanks after the live video or the premiere video's over, you guys can do that with the super thanks. Thank you guys for listening, man. One love, we out. Deezy.